Hey, hockey fans! Today, we're diving into the incredible journey of one of the greatest to ever lace up the skates, Alex Ovechkin. Just a kid in Moscow dreaming big, to now, on the brink of history, chasing Wayne Gretzky's record. And he's just a few goals away. Before we dive into that chase, let's rewind to take a look at how he got here. Born September 17, 1985 in Moscow, Russia, Alex Ovechkin grew up in a family where sports were in the blood. His father, Mikhail, was a pro soccer player, and his mother, Tatiana, played basketball at the professional level. So, it's safe to say that being an athlete was kind of expected of Ovi from the get-go. But Ovi's true love was always hockey. By age 16, he was already playing in Russia's top league, the Russian Super League, which was an insane preview of the greatness to come. He was already playing against older men, dominating, and showing he was built for the big stage. And by the time he was 17, Ovechkin was leading Russia's junior team to victory, and everyone knew this kid was going places. In 2004, Ovechkin was selected by the Washington Capitals with the first overall pick in the NHL draft.
With the first selection in the 2004 NHL entry draft, the Washington Capitals are pleased to select Alexander Ovechkin.
Not like there was ever any doubt.
And there was a lot of hype around this pick, but, of course, the 2004-2005 NHL season was wiped out due to a labor lockout. Ovi had a whole year of waiting. He had to sit tight while the league sorted things out. Finally, 2005 rolls around and Ovechkin makes his long-awaited debut. He was sharing a spotlight with another highly anticipated rookie that year, Sidney Crosby of the Pittsburgh Penguins. But while everyone was paying attention to Crosby, Ovechkin was lighting it up. 52 goals, 106 points, and winning the Calder Memorial Trophy as Rookie of the Year. That first season was just a sign of things to come. Ovechkin's electrifying speed, his shot, his energy. It was like nothing anyone had seen in a while. But even though he was individually amazing, the Caps were still struggling. They weren't exactly the powerhouse team we know them as today. 2007, and Ovechkin's first appearance in the NHL All-Star Game. This guy was making an impact in every way possible. His leadership skills were growing, but so was his game. He was clearly one of the best players in the league, but the team around him still wasn't quite ready to take that next step. Then comes the 2007-2008 season, and Ovechkin goes off. 65 goals in a single season, the first time anyone had reached 60-plus goals in over a decade. He wasn't just scoring, he was destroying records, and he won his first Hart Trophy as the league's most valuable player. But even with all that success, Ovi and the Capitals couldn't quite break through in the playoffs. They'd made it to the first round, only to fall short, but Ovechkin was just getting started. He'd come back even stronger. In 2009, he wins his second straight Hart Trophy, leads the NHL in goals again, and the Capitals finally win their division. But once again, they fall short in the playoffs, this time to Sidney Crosby's Penguins in an epic 7-game series. 2010 through 2012, Ovechkin's game starts to take a hit. For the first time, we start to see Ovi struggle. He finishes with only 32 and 38 goals in those seasons, which is still insane for most players, but not quite up to Ovechkin standards. However, as the season goes on, he finds his groove again, and by 2013, he's back to dominating. 2013 and 2014 was huge. He scores 51 goals and leads the league in scoring once again. Ovi was back, and even though the Caps didn't make it too far in the playoffs, it was clear that the goal-scoring machine was ready to put the team on his back. By 2015, Ovechkin hits another milestone, his 484th career goal. Making him the highest-scoring Russian-born player in NHL history. Then, 2018 happens, and it's Ovi's year. The Capitals go on a magic run, and finally, after years of frustration, they clinched their first-ever Stanley Cup. Ovechkin was the heart and soul of the team, leading the charge with 15 goals in the postseason and winning the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP. It was a moment. Ovi finally did it. The guy had been through the ringer, losing to Crosby's Penguins, disappointing postseason exits year after year, and yet he rose above it all. He lifted the Stanley Cup and secured his legacy as one of the all-time greats. But even after reaching the pinnacle of his career, Ovechkin wasn't slowing down. In 2021-22, he scored his 50th goal for the 9th time in his career, adding to his legendary status. And even though Washington was eliminated in the first round once again, Ovi's personal achievements were undeniable. Then comes the moment hockey fans have been waiting for. Ovechkin scores his 802nd career goal, passing Gordie Howe for second place on the all-time list. And at this point, it was clear he's coming for Gretzky's record. Now, Ovechkin is so close to breaking that 894 goal mark. The question isn't will he, it's how soon will he do it? With 32 goals this season and just 10 goals away, he's on pace to break Gretzky's record as soon as April. And he's not slowing down. He's 39, still scoring at an incredible pace, and he's even had a fractured fibula this season. He came back from that and kept going. Ovi's determination is unmatched, and he's been such an inspiration for young players everywhere. While the goals are incredible, it's the way Ovechkin carries himself that makes him so beloved. His excitement when anyone on his team scores, his love for the game, it's infectious. So, whether he breaks the record this season or next, the fact remains that Alex Ovechkin is one of the greatest to ever play the game, and we're all lucky enough to watch him chase history, one goal at a time. All right, thanks for hanging out with us today. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any more Ovechkin highlights or updates as he makes history. We'll catch you in the next video, and until then, keep the hockey love alive.